Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breonna Stewart. I can't make heads or tails of what that shit's supposed to be. Asia Wilson, okay.
Lastly, Caitlin Clark, the so-called face of the WNBA, just deleted her signature emblem after months of watching Nike host red carpets for everyone else. The resentment is spreading throughout the league like summer heat from Vegas.
So this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever, but developing a signature logo and a signature shoe does take time. So without further ado, here is Caitlin Clark's official Nike signature logo. There is a statement that says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range.
With her A1 shoe deal, Aisha Wilson believed she was the queen of Nike basketball. However, Nike later offered Caitlin something that she would never have. A logo that is generating millions of dollars and a cultural influence that is shattering the internet. Tears are streaming down my face. There is smoke coming from the keyboards. Furthermore, the Dead Sea would be envious of how salty Aisha is becoming.
I've been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that Asia Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like we have the Asia Wilson line, where she has her logo on all of it.
Nike recently unveiled Caitlin Clark's iconic logo, and it seems like the brand has finally realized who actually oversees women's basketball. These interlocking C's are more than simply a design. They're a declaration of war against everyone who believed they could keep Caitlin in the background while bringing less important people to the forefront.
Alright, subtle commercial, nothing too crazy, no big bang. But here we go, folks. If we look at this right here, this is the Easter egg I'm talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 billboards. 8 billboards. October, December, November, January, February, March, April, May. The start of the WNBA season. Is that when these shoes are going to drop? Is that when these shoes are going to drop in May? We know that come October, we're going to get some merchandise. We're going to get some apparel. But the shoes, they said, coming soon in 2026. How soon? May 2026.
The woman who filled arenas like she was giving away free money and who single-handedly brought women's basketball into prime time has now received logo treatment commensurate with her celebrity status. And Aisha Wilson is completely going insane over it.
People spend a lot of time and money and resources to be able to have an opportunity to come watch this team play or come watch me play. And, you know, I certainly understand that. And I try to make as much time as I can to sign an autograph because that can really impact somebody's life. Who knows, maybe they're going to put that up in their room and look at it every single day and have something to dream about and something, you know, that they want to be one day. And, you know, being able to do that and take, you know, like I said, 10 seconds, like it's the little things that really go a long way that impact young kids. So it's not something I take lightly at all.
Kindly sign up. Let's discuss what Nike recently released to the basketball community. It's more than simply a logo. It's an earthquake of culture. Nike servers were unable to manage the volume of traffic as those interlocking C's struck the internet. Their website crashed in a matter of minutes after the September 1st release of the navy and yellow logo t-shirt.
Her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of like squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet. But you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out.
The Jordan launches appeared to be clearance sales due of the extraordinary demand. Within hours, industry experts predicted that Nike would make between $100 million and $150 million from Caitlin's signature shoe line when it debuted in 2026. However, A'ja Wilson emerges from her championship cave to lament, "Where's my logo? What about my influence on culture? I have won MVP 3 times." Since Caitlin entered a professional court, the same weary chorus has been complaining. They are unwilling to acknowledge what is there in front of them. The face of women's basketball is Caitlin Clark. And at last, Nike had the guts to promote her like a celebrity.
A lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for.
Are you aware of the most destructive aspect? A'ja Wilson joined Nike in 2018. A full 6 years. Additionally, her signature sneaker was first announced in 2024. It took 6 years to obtain what Caitlin Clark received in her first year of a legitimate contract. Wilson has been aggressively pushing the A1 shoe. It's receiving a little portion of the excitement that Caitlin's logo release created in a single day. While Caitlin's logo announcement rocked the internet and brought down Nike servers, Wilson's shoe debuted with all the hoopla of a quiet whisper.
Lost all respect for A'ja Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time.
In the meantime, Nike has finally admitted what the data have been screaming for more than a year, which has the critics furious. WNBA viewership reached its best levels in 24 years because to this player. The league's average viewership was 657,000 each game, and Caitlin's Indiana Fever appeared in 19 of the 22 games with more over 1 million viewers. She snapped the needle off and sent it into orbit rather than merely moving it. Wilson believes she should be treated equally, despite the fact that her games are not even noticed by the general public. The debate between A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark quickly became poisonous as individuals tried to make it about anything other than business. Wilson was sitting on a 6-year Nike extension that she had been negotiating behind the scenes while receiving plaudits from former teammates and coaches. The subtle shade, the created victim complex, and the passive-aggressive social media posts, all while being aware that she had her own deal in the works. Talk about stage drama meant to divert attention from the player who truly merits it.
A'ja Wilson truly co-created her new A1 signature basketball shoe and collection to ensure every detail is authentic to her and her community.
And guess who's speaking there? Good old Cheryl Swoops, who's part of Nike and knew the whole time too. So Cheryl Swoops spewing all that crap about Caitlin Clark. Yeah, you knew that A'ja Wilson's going to be coming out with a shoe deal, with a collection and everything.
Let's talk about the big issue that has A'ja so perplexed. She had been waiting on the sidelines with injuries for months, watching Caitlin Clark dominate headlines. Even without playing, Clark is landing brand deal after brand deal, getting signature logo reveals, and being positioned as Nike's golden child. Wilson may win all the MVPs she wants, but she can't make the cultural impact that Caitlin creates just by existing. That's what truly has her pressed. The understanding that marketability is not determined just by talent. Everything A'ja Wilson believed to be true about WNBA hierarchy is profoundly called into question by Nike's handling of Caitlin as the afterthought. Wilson sincerely thought that winning titles and MVP honors equated to being the sports spokesperson. Caitlin Clark received her own logo from Nike, But Aisha received what? A pattern that resembles something from a craft store and has a sparkly form. Wilson's logo appears to be a committee-designed afterthought, whereas Caitlin's interlocking C's instantly became famous and recognizable. It's an embarrassing contrast.
Somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, do you, like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this has never been done.
Nike has now changed their direction and is fully investing in their greatest asset. There's more to that logo than just marketing. Nike is now realizing what they have in Caitlin Clark. They can't treat her like any other WNBA player. She is a cultural phenomenon who makes everyone feel welcome. Families, kids, men who never watched women's basketball, casual fans who became diehards. She's broadening the entire realm of the sport. Caitlin is authentically, rather than artificially, linked to Nike's heritage by the emblem. Wearing their sneakers since college, she has been representing the company since 2022 and refers to it as her basketball home. It wasn't corporate pandering when Nike revealed those interlocking C's. You can bet that when her signature sneaker is released in 2026, it will shatter all previous records in women's sports marketing. Wilson received courteous praise when his A1 sneaker was introduced earlier this year. According to industry analysts, Caitlin's shoe might become a $100 to $150 million.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and enable all notifications if you have watched this